for 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us, that somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country. Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I hoped.
Governor Cox is disappointed that the alleged shooter is from Utah. Cue the video.
Happened here, and that person is now in custody and will be charged soon and will be held accountable. And yet, all of us have an opportunity right now to do something different. I want to thank my fellow Utahns. This bad stuff happens, and for 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us, that somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country. Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I had hoped for, just because I thought it would make it easier on us if we could just say, hey, we don't do that here. And indeed, Utah is a special place. We lead the nation in charitable giving. We lead the nation in service every year. But it did happen here. And it was one of us. But
the governor of Utah just said bad things happen, and that for 33 hours he's prayed that it wasn't one of us. What difference does that make? Sir, you're prepared to ignore all the data, all the facts, all the statistics that suggest we know exactly who it was that committed such an atrocity. But you want to make it something or somebody else because it makes you uncomfortable.
For 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us, that somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country.
And there you have it. Utah Governor Spencer Cox said he prayed for 33 hours that the killer wasn't one of us. What he meant was clear. He was praying it wasn't a white Republican. He wanted to pin it on a black person, a Latino, an Asian, an immigrant, someone queer, someone trans. He wanted anyone else to take the blame. That's not praying. That's bigotry. That's scapegoating. And it tells you exactly where his priorities lie. Protecting his party instead of facing reality. That the violence is coming from within. Well, sir, your prayers weren't answered. Tyler Robinson was a registered Republican, homegrown in Utah. A white Republican.
Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. So credit goes to the creators in these videos. Guys, the Utah governor said he prayed for 33 hours. 33 long hours, right? Let's say that is correct. Because people are having issues with the fact that he said he prayed for 33 hours. But that's not the main issue. Now he said he prayed for 33 hours that the person that unalived Charlie should not be, in quotes, one of us. And that statement was what made people explode. People are saying that, how could he have said something like that? That, okay, from their point of view, is saying that one of us, meaning shouldn't have been white, meaning the person should have been black, or maybe the person should be of another, ethnicity, brown or whatever. They are saying that he was hoping that the person was probably an immigrant. Oh my goodness, guys. I watched so many videos, I read so many comments, and the percentage of people that are leaning into this ideology, they are more than those that are supporting him. while the people that are supporting, the governor are saying that his words were not meant to, come across in a harsh or hateful way. They are saying that what he's saying is that he wants to protect his community from more pain and shame, right? And the statement came from the place of fear, not prejudice. They are saying that what it meant was that it meant that that person should not come from Utah, right? That maybe another state or even another country, that it didn't mean it in the way people are taking it, right? And they also said that, yeah, that is also human, in the moments of crisis, emotions run deep, emotions are raw. And people say things from the heart that don't come out perfect, right? And they are saying that, okay, the governor has just, suffered a shocking act of violence, and he just wishes that this action did not come from somewhere that it's close to home. They are saying that his reaction is natural and is understandable. But, the Latino community, the Black community, the brown community, they are having it another way. They are saying, we are standing on business. This one that is said, this is exactly what it means. Is saying the quiet part out loud. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
So the governor of Utah had a press conference, and he was talking about the capture of the guy, right, who did the thing to Charlie. And he said for the last 33 hours, he has just been hoping and praying that it wasn't one of us, that it was somebody from outside the country. And people are kind of bashing him a little bit for that. But I feel him. Like, I totally feel him, because I swear every time something happened, I'd be like, oh, I hope it ain't one of us. And I don't be from another country.
I answered the way I hoped for, just because I thought it would make it easier.
What an interesting thing to say. I mean, of all the things to pray for, that's what you prayed for? That it was someone from another state? And what you're not saying out loud is you wish it had been someone from a Democrat state. Or that it had been someone from another country because it would have fit your narrative about immigrants. But your prayers didn't work, which is ironic because we've been saying all along that thoughts and prayers do not work across the board when it comes to gun violence. You can literally see him struggling with accepting that this crime was committed by a young white man. And it's not because it was committed by a young white man, it's because it wasn't committed by someone from another community. Now he doesn't get to spin his narrative and spew his hatred, which they've been doing for the last 48 hours.
For 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us. That somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country. Sadly, that prayer was not answered.
Take a look at FBI Director Kash Patel's face as my man blatantly stands there and says that he prayed for 33 hours, hoping that this guy was from a different place, a different country. He wasn't one of their lot, but it turned out to be one of his lot. Normal people would spend their time praying for the guy, praying for his wife and kids, hoping that they get through this. But not this guy. This guy spent 33 hours hoping and praying that it wasn't somebody from his area, his state, or even his country, hoping that it's somebody from Iran or Iraq so that they can start beating the drums of war, whether it's a civil war or a war in a different country. What can you say? America, baby.
Did Spencer Cox, the governor of Utah, just defuse the largest bomb in modern history here in the United States? In my opinion, yes, he did. Since Charlie Kirk's unaliving, we have all been absolutely glued to the news, to the commentaries, to the videos. We've seen a lot of people speak, a lot of people chime in. I didn't even know the governor of Utah before this week. Spencer Cox, what a hell of a guy this one is, huh? There has never been the division and the anger and the frustration in our country in my lifetime as there has been over the this last week. And it's been a real question. Is this the tipping point? Which direction are we going to go? And I think Spencer Cox just single-handedly stopped a a bomb from going off, basically. He was put in the spotlight for the entire world to see over the last handful of days. And I guess the only ways I would describe his speech is sincere and honest, on point, and inspirational. I just watched his speech this morning after they caught the guy who unalived Charlie Kirk. And listening to Spencer Cox talk about this, I think he might have just turned us around. And I hope so. I really hope that is the case, and I hope that everyone else that watched him talk feels the same way that I do, because we don't need more violence. I know you feel it, but we don't need more violence. It's not going to, in the end, it's not going to be the answer. So, anyways, I say kudos to Utah, and kudos, the state of Utah and the governor of Utah. You couldn't have handled a situation better than what you just did. One of the most tragic that we've had in our lifetime. And the state of Utah under Spencer Cox, you did magnificent. So I say...
Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Because as usual, the internet is divided. And many people are criticizing Governor Spencer, right? They are saying that his words saying that the shooter is not, praying that the shooter should not be one of them reveals a deep problem. They are saying that it's very easy for leaders to shift blame onto outsiders, right? People of color, immigrants, and they are saying that he wished that the person that unalived Charlie was of a different race, rather than admitting that the violence came from within his own state. And then the argument is that it gives a us versus them way of thinking, that instead, right, of him to admit that, okay, the violence came from within, right, they are saying that he is trying to defend what should not be defended. Like, he should just admit that the violence came from within. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments, because they are saying that a true leader should always face problems honestly, even when the truth hurts. And then the reality should be faced. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because by praying that the person was an outsider, they say that he's just trying to avoid responsibility. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you lean into this school of thought, or are you of the school of thought that he didn't actually mean anything about race, about color, about ethnicity, that he was just being emotional because of all that has happened, and he just didn't want the shooter to come from Utah, right? Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this? Because I really do not know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Please stay safe. Mental health is important. Ciao.